Ever since his trip to Europe, plague had fascinated Ishii, and I talked about his travel, and they're talking a little bit about that here. He knew it would make a deadly weapon if it could be harnessed. It is highly infectious, with an incubation period of 3 to 4 days, sometimes up to a week. The onset is abrupt, with chills, high fever, and extreme weakness. The eyes redden, the face becomes congested, and the tongue coated. Victims can become maniacally delirious, and death may be rapid, sometimes within 1 day. Compared with some bacterial pathogens, plague is only moderately infectious, but more virulent strains can be cultivated. Plague could create casualties, often out of all proportion to the number of bacteria disseminated. Ishii deduced, therefore, that it would make an efficient weapon, set about preparing the most dangerous strains. And at some point on this podcast, we'll talk about the Black Plague, which is an epidemic that was insane in Europe. But when you have any knowledge about the Black Plague and you read about someone that's looking at it saying, hey, this looks like a good idea, you realize that this is just a sick, sadistic person. Plague had another advantage for Ishii. Its origins could be concealed. Science had not then provided a satisfactory answer to the age-old question of why, where, for how long, and how badly a plague epidemic broke out. So he just thought, yeah, this is great, we can cover it up. A plague hits our enemy, and we don't know where it came from. So they are producing this. They begin to produce this. So large was the production plant that in the heyday of Unit 731, it had the potential for creating sufficient bacteria to kill the world's population several times over.